Right, hiya lads and lasses, and welcome to Dance Coaching with Dynamite Dave and this month's edition of A Chuck and a Chat.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, Dynamite to throw, game on. 121. 140. 180.
Second visit a ton. Oh yes. Oh. Third visit.
125.
I think you can see that if we remove that one. Let's see if we can get settled into it.
140. 140.
Oh, come on, David. 81. Saver. Right, hi lads and lasses, and welcome to this month's edition of A Chuck and a Chat. What we're going to do is, section 1 is going to be a little bit of an insight into the online coaching that I do. Something that a few people have asked me about, and I've got a candidate who's quite far on, he's quite advanced now. Is that he started off, and this is what his journey was. He started off and he had a coaching video. I made him a coaching video. He got the basics right, we set him off on the path. As I say all the time, it's a journey, it's your path and you're the only one who can walk it. So this young lad Callum, he's set off on his path. I did him a coaching video. Then what he did was he left it, practiced on that for about a month, then came back and asked me for an online session. So we had his first ever face-to-face online session, because he lives up in the north of Scotland. So he lives quite a long way away from Dynamite Dave. No doubt we'll get to meet at some point in the future, at least I hope we will. So anyway, Callum had his first online coaching session with me because there was a few things that he wasn't getting, or he didn't feel that he was getting right. I teach him a little bit, we're talking about stacking on and stuff like that, and also some of the doubling techniques that are a little bit more advanced than what you actually see on the YouTube channel. This is Callum Clark, so let's go and have a look at that right now. Yeah, that's some serious progress, that is, Callum.
Yeah.
Well, what you've done there is you've done it perfect, because the side of the camera's lined up with your ear. So I can see that your body's not moving. You know, when you're actually throwing, you're keeping your body really still. You're doing really well, mate, really well.
Is the elbow an alright distance there? Because I have been moving it up and down, just, I'll show you. So, before I was throwing like this, I don't know if it's still too down. Is that too down, or is that okay?
No,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. Yeah, because it's not dropping or anything, so that's perfect. That you're not dropping it as you before. What you were doing was you were either dropping your elbow and driving it up, or you were fetching your elbow too high up, which means that you're doing that sort of motion like that. Whereas now you've got it perfectly level. So all you do is just make sure that that elbow's nice and level, And the thing is, you see, is you can use just that little bit of a tilt in your body to make a difference. Like, so say you're stacking on, you've got 2 in the treble 20 and a nice and low in the bed. All you've got to do is just move your body a tiny little bit up and then just throw it with a little bit more loft. So basically slightly slower arm speed, but aim slightly above the treble 20 but with a little bit less arm speed, and what will happen is the dart will come in over the top and sit on top like Phil Taylor's does.
Right.
So that's a good tip, that if you've got two in the treble 20, try and sit your third one on top of it. I mean, a good one for that is you can put 2 darts in the treble 20 and then you can get another 3 or 4 darts or whatever and just practice doing that. Getting what they call the thing, it's lofting, what I call lofting, and all you're doing is you're just floating the dart in over the top so it comes down at an angle and sits on top of the barrels, and that means that it'll go like that into treble 20, and it means that you'll get a lot more 180s. Right, that is how I finger, how I hold my hand. That's the back of it, that's the front of it, but as my hand comes back my fingers open out, so when I actually deliver the dart it's only got the 3 fingers on it.
Yeah.
But I use that to stabilise it as it comes back, so as I've got the dart in a perfect position, and then as the arm comes forward my fingers come out like that and it becomes part of your follow through. So you start off like that, and those 3 fingers, when they're in a fan shape like that, it means that your grip's absolutely rock solid. And then as you go forward, they all spread out as you release. What that's really good for, Callum, right, is if you're going for a double, never take your eyes off it. And that's why you need something like that, because when I go for a double, anybody will tell you I'm looking at the double from back over here. Before I've actually come to the hockey, I'm looking at that double. And I never take my eyes off it. As the player walks round, I keep my eyes on that double 10, I walk up and I tap my foot on the hockey, slide my foot up to it without ever taking my eyes off it, and I nearly 9 times out of 10 I get it with the first dart. It's the same, like when I'm scoring, what I'll do is, while, like say I'm playing you, while you're throwing, I'm stood at the back and all I'm doing is I'm staring at that treble 20. I never take my eyes off it, I just look at the treble 20, and as I walk up to the hockey I don't look anywhere else, I just keep looking at the treble 20 so my eyes are perfectly focused. And on a proper hockey, when you're playing a competition, it's raised up off the floor. So you do what Adrian Lewis does, you just put your foot on the front of it without ever taking your eyes off, and then slide your foot up to it. And you've never took your eyes off that treble 20, so your eyes are absolutely focused and your brain is absolutely focused on that treble 20. And you'll find if you can do that, you'll get a lot more 180s and what have you than you've ever got before. That for me was the key to getting, like going into a game and getting back-to-back 180s, or getting a 180, 140, 140, was the actual keeping my eyes on it and not allowing myself to focus. Because when your eyes are moving all over the place, when you get up to the hockey and you look at the board, it takes about 1 or 2 seconds for your eyes to focus properly and for you to actually get your concentration level right down. So by the time that happens, you've thrown 2 out of your 3 darts. So do you understand what I mean? What you're doing is when you do that, when you get to the hockey to throw your first dart, your concentration is right down here rather than being round the outside of the board. And when you've got that screwed down, you'll know what I mean, because you'll be able to walk up without taking your eyes off it, just slide your foot up to it and you'll be in exactly the right place and you can just throw. And it doesn't, you've got no time, your brain doesn't take any time to settle down because you're already there. So it makes you move around the board, but it keeps you using them doubles all the time, and then they become part of your game. And don't forget, no matter how good you are at hitting 180s, you can hit 180 after 180 after 180. If you can't finish, you can't win a leg, never mind a match. So forget the scoring, concentrate on not concentrating on the doubles, but just use them as part of your game. Absolutely. If you're out having, even if it's a friendly match or you're playing for a 5 or a 10 or something, if you want 60 and you go 2 double 15s, the guy will just throw his darts on the floor and walk away. I've had that loads of times. Bar lady went, pick them up and get out. She said if you can't handle that, you don't want to be playing here with him. It's like me, if I want 125, seriously, I go bull 25 bull every time. And I'll probably hit it once out of 5 times, but it don't matter. You know what I mean? You're going for it, and the thing is when if you've got the confidence to do that, and that'll build your confidence for when you actually do go and play competitions. If you know that you can hit out shots like that, it just gives you that confidence, and that when you're playing somebody you don't know, it doesn't bother you as much. So I moved over to the side, just went bang straight in on the top of the other two. Everybody's like, way! Yeah, they usually just go like that over my shoulder. Have that. But I tell you what, it don't have to do your confidence some good if you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just builds you. You know what I mean? You get what it is. You get more confident and more happy with what you're doing, and that puts you in a better mental state. And then your body gets better. And then when your body gets better, your brain is thinking to itself, "Well, I can do even more now." And then, you know what I mean? It's like a cycle. It's like them stairs. You just climb up them stairs, and you just need to be sitting at number 8. And then every now and again, you'll get a purple patch where you'll be, everything you go for, you'll just hit it. But you've got to realise that that will come to a finish. It never carries on forever. It don't matter whether you're Peter Wright or whether you're Phil Taylor or anybody. Everybody gets purple patches, and they get fantastic. But what you've got to think is, when you drop back or you have a bad phase, you want a bad phase that is one step below your A game. So your B game needs to be one step below your A game. But it's just from the 20s, and then all you're doing is just moving your body down to the 19s, like that. See, just nice. See, I don't have to, like what you're doing now, setting yourself up and coming down. I automatically know where I need to be, so I just set up like that. But to get it right is you need to be doing that and then coming down, and eventually you'll just be able to do this.
Could you just throw a treble 20 for the first row and then do the 19s for the next 2?
Yep. Yeah, Callum, before you move away,
174.
Some guy.
are you having that? And that's while showing you. Callum?
Yeah.
Right, do what I did. First for treble 20, then down for 2 for the 19s. Yeah, when you come down for the 19s, Callum, just try and be a little bit more stable. When you're coming down for the 19s, I can see your body's moving more than it does when you're doing the 20s.
Yeah, I can feel it as well.
You can feel it, can't you?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Same as the top, Callum, no effort. No effort, just put them in. Just look at where you're going and just put the darts where you want them to go. Nice and gentle. That's it, nice and easy, nice, slow, nice, gentle. That's it, take all the tension out of that arm so it's just nice and relaxed. Right, Callum. 20s, 19s, 18s. So one at 20, one at 19s, one at 18s.
Okay.
Yeah, body position's absolutely lovely. Really, really good. Right, Callum. One for treble 20, two for double 16.
Okay.
How close are you on the 16s?
I hit the first one and wired the second. I just hit the other side of it.
Great stuff. I'm assuming those last two are a little bit more wayward, were they?
Aye, they weren't so close.
Yeah. I know, I could tell by your body position. The first one you were spot on, and all three darts you threw exactly the same. That's it, nice and slow. Just place the darts where you want them to go. Right, Callum. Other side of the board now, mate. Treble 17s and double 10s.
Okay. I'm going half in tongues here.
Don't.
I'm an MMA fighter, but I can't get in the gym just now because of this fucking COVID, so I've been taking all my frustration out the dartboard, so...
Well, you're doing well at it, mate. You'll be able to make more money at darts than you will at MMA in a bit.
That's what I'm thinking, so let's go, like.
Hey, it's a good life and all, mate. I tell you what, if you get to the same level as some of my other players have got to, going all over the world, mate. I mean, obviously not at the moment because of the lockdown, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Under normal circumstances, you'd be at the Las Vegas Open, you'd be at the Malta Open, all over the place. Just getting them pennies in. Yeah,
I'll
so...
give you a shout in a couple of weeks, Dave. I'll work on that, and then once I get forward a wee bit, I'll give you a shout again, okay?
Excellent. Thanks, Callum. Take care, mate.
Go on, Dave. Cheers.
All the best. See you soon, mate. Toe to the hockey.